Hey there! You're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today I am here with more Contradiction. Yay! We are sleuthing and detecting and finding clues everywhere in the little village of Edenton. It is now 10 p.m. in Edenton. I'm going to turn the subtitles on as usual, and we are going to head in and see what awaits us. The village clock, as I said, tells us it's 10 p.m. Wonder who's in the pub? I don't know. Let's find out. I'm going to try. You guys, I'm sure, are sick of me saying this, but I can't help it. Let's go get a brewski. There, I said it.
I really don't think it's my place, darling.
It is your place here.
I don't want to tell tales.
Tell him about Simon. You know what happens when you don't
So it's going to be that kind of evening, is it?
What do you think, quite right?
Only if you deal.
Problems?
Hello, Inspector. See you later.
Well. Okay, maybe that part kind of wasn't family friendly. Oh my. Is it warm in here or is it just me? All right, so let's find out what the saucy, first of all, I want to know what that was. Did we get an inventory item for whatever that was? No, we didn't. So I think it's a good idea to find out what that was that she just handed him. Rebecca handed her husband, Ryan.
If you don't mind.
Oh, I guess we can't. Yeah, that was kind of silly of me. If it's not an inventory item, we can't ask her. So, oh, we can go to the restaurant and maybe we can look. Yes. Ah, here we go. That's how we do it. What have we got here? Oromorph liquid?
Isn't that interesting?
It's an odd thing to keep in a pub. Oromorph liquid. Well, now we have the inventory item to ask Rebecca about. So let's run back down there.
A few more
Or behind the
questions,
bar.
if you don't mind.
And say, what was that? What do you got? What do you have? What do you have? Huh? Prescription for Rebecca.
The cupboard downstairs. There's a lot of unopened stuff in it.
Is there?
Prescriptions. Made out to you.
Oh. They're just spare painkillers. The chemist always gives us too many. He's a friend of the family.
Well, I don't know. I was hoping to get like a juicier answer from her.
Thank you.
Like for her to say, they're for my husband. He's an addict. I can't help it. And then just confess. That's what I was hoping for. But, oh well. Okay. Well, I think we'll need to go and ask Ryan about those painkillers and see where that leads us.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
Okay, yeah, we asked about that.
Do you know what the medicine in the cupboard at the pub is for?
You'd better ask Rebecca about that. I'm not exactly sure what's in there. She tends to keep her wares under lock and key. Do you know, our wedding night was quite a surprise.
Oh, God. Oh, I'm sorry, that tickled me. Okay, so Yeah.
Be back later on if that's
I have a
okay.
feeling that there might be a contradiction already. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I thought. Time to visit the lodge again. Okay. The lodge. What is that? Oh, Eden Lodge. Oh. How long have I been playing this game now? I'm like, what's the lodge? I love it. We just start spying.
Bit careless, Simon. Probably nothing important, but at this stage, I need all the clues I can get.
What'd we find? A dropped key ring that says Saint Bernard de Menthon. Huh. And a dropped business card that says Aztec, Dean Hayfield, Managing Director. So first let's go to the chief and get our update.
Made a bit of a discovery at the pub, Chief. Apparently Rebecca takes what I think is a morphine derivative. She had some on prescription in a cupboard at the pub.
What did she say about that?
Well, I couldn't make her out, to be honest, but she didn't admit it was morphine. And I saw Ryan taking something from the cupboard too. Didn't see what it was, though.
It could have been the same thing. Well, check it out and get back to me, will you?
Certainly will. Speak later.
Okay, bye-bye.
The chief has a cough. You know, maybe the chief needs some of Rebecca's handy medicines. So, we could go looking for that contradiction, but let's start at this end of town and work our way back up again, asking all the questions we need to. Once we've gathered all the information, at the end we'll find the contradictions. Okay, so, he probably doesn't know anything about these things. Yeah. But he might know about these.
Recognise this at all?
Yeah, he fixed my laptop.
Does he live locally?
I think so.
Those eyes at the end, you know? It's just ridiculous. Okay, and he might know who Saint Bernard de Menthon is.
Seen this before?
Don't think so.
Or not.
Okay, that's it for now.
I think we may have
Thank you.
gotten all the juicy information we can get out of James, but I think James has already revealed his plot point. And we may be I'm gonna save Big Daddy Rand till last. Did I already ask Rebecca about no, I didn't, about these two things. She will probably also be a dead end since these things belong to Simon. And I doubt Rebecca had too much to do with
Ask me a
Simon.
couple more things, please.
I'd be surprised if there's a love interest there. He does not seem like her type.
Have you seen this before?
No.
I think she's actually telling the truth for once.
Do you know anything about this?
No, sorry.
Yep. Dead end.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Since Simon is the one who dropped these, then let's go finally ask him about them. Probably should have done that first, huh? Maybe.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Hey, Simon.
I think you dropped this outside. Someone you know.
Oh, this is just from some IT guy in there. I don't need them.
Enough. I noticed some numbers on the back. Do you need these?
I don't know.
What is it?
1905?
Oh, yeah, that's just a pin or something. It's okay, I can remember it.
So, not an offshore savings account or anything?
No, it's not important.
Which means, of course, it's very important and a huge clue.
Is this yours?
Yeah. That's from my keys. Where did you find it?
Just outside.
Right. Oh, it must have come off when Nathan dropped my keys off. He was borrowing my car.
That's very trusting.
Yeah, I suppose it is. I am a bit too trusting, really. It's a new car as well.
And did he say that he lent that car to James? Did he say? I need to replay that just to catch that again.
Is this yours?
Yeah. That's from my keys. Where did you find it?
Just outside.
Right. Oh, it must have come off when Nathan dropped my keys off.
Nathan. Okay, not James. Just checking on that. All right, let's visit Emma
Thank
now.
you. Probably be back later.
And let's start with the dropped business card.
Have you seen this before?
Nope. Sorry, never heard of him.
So they were obviously not having, her and the IT guy were not having a secret affair. Oh, that's too bad.
And what do you know about this?
This is Simon's. I bought this from when we were on holiday. Has he lost it?
He dropped it.
No, you can't keep anything.
Simon should never commit a murder because he would drop all the clues needed to catch his butt as he ran back to the car. Never commit a murder, Simon. Okay, so some of you, there's another contradiction that we have just heard recently, and some of you may already be aware of it. I'm curious if you have already caught up and are catching the contradictions before the chief is revealing them to us. If you are, let me know in the comments that you are a very clever detective. Okay.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Now we're going to go to Ryan, ask him about those two, finish up with Big Daddy Rand, and then find our contradictions.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Know anything about this?
No, I don't. I'm sorry. We have our own IT chap. Lovely chap, in fact. Fat and sweaty. It's like a double act, doesn't it?
That at the end is very funny.
Have you seen this before?
No, sorry.
Okay, so that should leave us with one more person to talk to. And that is Paul Rand. And you can see why I use the map so much, because having to go back and forth through the map, through the screens, very tedious. Okay, it's unlikely Paul would know anything about the prescriptions. Sheesh, I thought he would know everything about them. Okay.
Do you know who this is? Dean Hayfield, Aztec.
Sorry, never heard of him. We have some prisoner of a sort who does our IT. Large guy. No manners.
Okay, a prisoner guy? You'd let a prisoner guy on your computer? Not smart. Dropped keyring.
Seen this before anywhere?
No.
Okay,
Thank you. Probably be back later.
we have reached what they say in detective land is a big fat flaming dead end. So let's run to the chief.
else has happened, except I found out that Simon Thompson owns a car which he lends out to friends, apparently.
Bit trusted.
That's what I thought.
Anything else?
I'm afraid that's all I've got at the moment.
Well, keep going, Jenks. Go and quiz Thompson about that car, will you?
Will do, Chief.
Bye.
All right, so we have to quiz Simon about the car. And there should be, there's 2 contradictions that we need to find. So let's find the first one. I think it is amusing that they called this game Contradiction instead of Big Fat Liar. They're not contradictions, they're big fat flaming lies. Okay, so dropped key ring. Owns a new car. So, very early on, one of the things that we talked about a lot with the suspects was Simon's bicycle. The bike is the only way that Simon can get to work.
Aha.
So the bike's the only way you can get to work, yes?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the car?
I can't drive the car yet, can I? I don't have my license.
Right.
I got a windfall from an insurance payout. Just figured I'd buy something sensible with it straight away instead of wasting the money.
What was the insurance payout?
It was for a laptop that got stolen down at Atlas.
An Atlas?
Well, they didn't break in. I think they just walked in and took it. The laptop was in a storeroom, but I think the lock was broken, to be honest.
Doesn't sound like they're taking their security very seriously.
Actually, it got a lot better after that.
I think I'll check it anyway.
Must have been a very nice laptop to be able to buy a car with the insurance. Or a very cheap car. Might have to have a talk with Ryan about his security measures.
Doesn't that sound to you like Simon might be somehow in the pay of Atlas, being bribed, you know? Came up with the whole lost laptop story. Yeah. Sounds very fishy to me.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
And we have one more contradiction to find, and I've momentarily forgotten who has it. It was this one here. Yes, this, and... Oh, yeah. The prescription medicines.
Then it is, Jenks.
Made a bit of a discovery at the pub, Chief. Apparently Rebecca takes what I think is a morphine derivative. She had some on prescription in a cupboard at the pub.
What did she say about that?
Well, I couldn't make her out, to be honest, but she didn't admit it was morphine. And I saw Ryan taking something from the cupboard too. Didn't see what it was, though.
It could have been the same thing. Well, check it out and get back to me, will you?
Certainly will. Speak later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, as I'd mentioned, the chief has a cough. So, I'm just thinking whether Ryan has the contradiction or Rebecca. Let's try Rebecca first. She didn't admit it was morphine. No, actually, I think it's Ryan. I just remembered something Ryan said. I vaguely remember Ryan saying something about being very clean and not taking, or maybe it was Rebecca. Anyway, let's just search for the contradiction, shall we? Nope, I was wrong. It is Rebecca.
Probably be back later.
I do remember one of our suspects saying very clearly that they were clean and didn't take a lot of drugs or didn't take any medication. And now that I am being reminded, I believe it was Rebecca. Let's take a look.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
So they're Rebecca's prescription painkillers. But over here, I think it was when we were talking about Salvia divinorum. Ah, here we go. I knew I'd remembered such a thing. I just did not remember who had said what when you're talking to so many people back and forth. So let's find the contradiction here. Rebecca doesn't take any drugs or medicines.
Aha.
So, you don't take any medicines except for prescription painkillers.
Well, they're not actually for me, they're Ryan's. For some reason, the chemist always makes them out to my name. He's an old gentleman.
Does Ryan need prescription painkillers?
Yes, he's got arthritis.
Really? He's young to suffer from that, isn't he?
He doesn't have it badly, but he does need medication from time to time.
What medicine is it?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Ryan will know.
So Ryan's the one using the prescriptions. I think I might have a word with him, work out exactly what this medicine is.
I like that they show a cane here. I can't really see Ryan dawdling around with a cane.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
But it seems he must be. So, one thing I can say for Jenkins is that he must keep very trim with all the walking. I think we've walked several miles in this Let's Play.
If you don't mind.
Let's see. We're going to ask about Simon's laptop.
Were you at Atlas when Simon's laptop was stolen?
Oh, I believe I was, yes. It was taken from the storeroom in the hallway.
Was it ever recovered?
No, we didn't catch anyone. We're quite exposed out here. Somebody could just wandered along the lane, seen into the storeroom. It's not particularly secure. They could have been in and out within minutes. That's why we advise people to keep their valuables with them. You can't be too careful these days, Inspector.
I like that actor. He does a good job. Ryan's arthritis. Doddering old Ryan.
Tell me about your arthritis.
Oh, you found out about that. Well, yes, I'm old before my time.
That's very unlucky to have it so young.
Well, I take a lot from life, Inspector, and sometimes life likes to give you a little bit back. I mean, it's not too bad, it's not too debilitating. It's mainly some in my right hand, some in my left hand. It's not particularly a problem. Makes it difficult to hold small things, though.
What do you take for it?
I get a prescription painkiller.
How often do you need that?
Not often, as and when. I keep some here, I keep some at home. It's not a problem.
You eagle-eyed people may have spotted a contradiction. And I have a feeling that we will have a phone call to the chief, who I hope has taken some NyQuil. Ooh, was that a pen number on that business card? Ooh. Okay, so, yep, let's call the chief.
Yes, Chief, afraid so. Got a bit more news. Apparently the prescription I found does belong to Ryan. It's for his arthritis.
Arthritis? Ryan? Has he told you this, or...?
He explained it, yeah. It seemed genuine enough. Although it's impossible to tell with Ryan.
Well, keep at him. You need to find out who's taking it, when they're taking it, and where they're taking it. You're getting closer, though, Jenks. Keep it up.
Thanks, Chief.
Bye-bye.
And there is the chief on NyQuil. That's what the chief on NyQuil sounds like. So we're going to head back to Ryan because, I don't know, something fishy. Something just a little bit fishy. I don't like it.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
So, this is a game where I'm going to recommend that when you do play it, that, you play it, if you can, you want to play it in close sittings, not with a lot of time between your sessions, because it's so hard. A lot of the contradictions rely on just your memory. Basically, it's a memory game. Sometime back, Ryan just told us that he keeps some of his painkillers at work and at home, but I remember that somewhere in here, there was... This is like somewhere about we don't keep drugs on the premises? It might take me a while to find it. I'm just looking here through. Ah, there it is. Oh, that sucked. I was so close. It's this one. Okay, doesn't keep medicines on site, but keeps painkillers at work at home. Did I get it? Did I get it? Yes.
So, you don't keep any medicines on site at Atlas?
No.
Except your prescription painkillers?
Well, these are not available to the students.
But they are kept on site?
Yes, but they're locked away. They're kept in storeroom. Nobody will have access.
You're sure about that?
Absolutely sure.
What are the painkillers, Ryan?
They're painkillers. Just painkillers. Normal painkillers.
Paracetamol, codeine, morphine.
Well, all right, they're morphine tablets, yes.
Oh, really?
Oh, come on, Inspector. I know what you're thinking. There's no way Kate could have had access to them.
Because they're in the storeroom?
Well, not just that. She wouldn't have even known about them, or where they were.
Sure about that?
Yes.
So it is morphine Ryan's taking. The pieces are starting to come together. Now I just have to work out how Kate got hold of it. If it was Ryan's morphine she got hold of course.
Yes, and as you remember in the intro, may not be in here, but in the intro it did mention that prescription painkillers, morphine, was found in Kate Vine's body. So she could have gotten that morphine from Atlas, or maybe she was given it by Ryan.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
We're gonna continue on here. We should call the chief again for an update because there's still another contradiction, but let's see if the chief can give us a little hint as to where it could be. For those of you just jumping in to the Let's Play, you don't have to call the chief every time. I'm doing it for fullness of the playthrough.
Go on, Jenks.
Chief, Ryan's taking morphine for his arthritis.
Oh, well done. Where does he keep it?
Under lock and key, so he says. Insisted nobody could have had access to it.
Well, we know that's a load of rubbish, don't we? You're onto it, Jenks. Which means all you have to do is keep the pressure up. Cracking.
You okay, Chief?
Gotta go. Bye-bye.
Ha-ha! Shall we get to cracking? I'd like to get to cracking. Let's crack some knuckles, some heads, some lies. Maybe all three. We're gonna find out that Jinx knows judo.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Okay, so, in a secure storeroom at Atlas. But storeroom isn't particularly secure. That one was an easy one. You probably saw it coming 10 minutes ago. Or 5. Or a mile away.
So the storeroom isn't particularly secure, yet you keep your morphine tablets in there. I thought you said no one could get access to the morphine, but they could, quite easily, couldn't they, Ryan?
I didn't mean that storeroom. I meant a different storeroom. I kicked them in there.
Okay. So where was it locked up?
It's upstairs. It's got a combination lock on it. Nobody could have access to it except me and Dad. Nobody.
I might have a look at that if you don't mind.
Don't mind at all.
Combination locked room, I see. Well, I might have a look around for that. See how secure and combination locked it really is.
Yay! So we finally got that,
Thank you.
contradiction out of Ryan, and that should lead us to a new area. We can now go upstairs. Where we have a room marked private, which means naturally we're going right in. There's a combination here, and we did pick up Simon so helpfully dropped a business card. And on the back of that business card, if you remember, he mentioned that there was a pen. Let's try and use it. 1905. Bing bong. We have a winner.
Welcome to the Mirror Room. This exercise is all about identifying the difference between the image one presents to the world and one's real self, which lies deep in our unconscious. As you move through the network of mirrors, practice seeing yourself as a stranger. The more you separate from your persona, the more aware you will become of your true desires and ambitions. Chant with us. I am free from my image. I am free from my past. I am free from myself. I am free from my image. I am free from my past. I am free from myself. I am free from my image. I am free from my past. I am free from myself. This exercise involves the use of liberation masks. You have now completed Module 1. Module 2 covers boundary testing, threshold testing, and extreme testing. Please read the notes carefully before attempting the module.
Well, that's an interesting way to spend an afternoon. The Mirror Room. A combination locked room at Atlas contains a disorienting maze of mirrors. Let's get the heck out of here. So as I was listening to that, I think the narrator, the male narrator there, was the same actor who plays Simon. The voice sounded similar to me. If one of the developers or actors is watching, let me know if I'm right in the comments. Okay, so yeah, that means we're going to need to run downstairs and ask Ryan what the heck that was and watch him lie. Basically.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Can you tell me what you know about the mirror room upstairs?
Oh, you found that then. Well, it's very similar to the costumes, Inspector. It's designed to help the students look at themselves differently.
And what do you do with the mirrors?
You look at yourself, Inspector. You look at yourself until you start seeing yourself as others do. And you don't see yourself as you do anymore. It really, the idea is that you can see yourself eventually, any way you wish.
So why in a locked room?
To make sure you're not distracted, that's all.
How often is it used?
Not often, a few times a month. Some students find it useful, some don't.
I believe we need to be talking to Simon about that mirror room.
Probably be back later.
Let's see if that gives us a contradiction. No, it does not. So, yeah, we need to head straight over and talk to Simon about this mirror room, because that's what the combination led to that he had on that business card.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Do you know about the mirror room at Atlas?
Yeah.
What's it used for?
But it's mainly for the auto-hypnosis module. You go in and you stare into the mirror and you go into a trance. Then when you're ready, you come back out.
So you just go in whenever you want to?
Oh, no. There's certain times when you're allowed in, and only they know the combinations anyway, so you can't really get in.
You don't know the combination?
No.
He just gonna look at us and lie straight to our face like that. That is so wrong. Let's ask him about Ryan's arthritis.
Did you know about Ryan's arthritis?
Ryan? He's got arthritis?
Apparently.
No, I didn't know. I hadn't noticed he had any problems.
Okay, and let's visit Emma. Emma probably doesn't know anything about the mirror room. But for thoroughness, we'll ask.
Do you know about the mirror room at Atlas?
Mirror room. No, I heard about it, but I think it was only for the students later on in the course. Something like that.
Did you know about Ryan Round's arthritis?
Arthritis? I didn't think Ryan had arthritis.
Haha. She didn't think he had arthritis, and neither did I.
Later on, if that's okay.
Arthritis, my fanny. Okay, heading into the pub. Since Jinx has been drinking all night, every time we come in here, he gets a beer. So let's you get a cup of tea this time. It's getting late. Gotta get up in the morning.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Okay. Mirror room.
Do you know anything about a locked room at Atlas with mirrors in it?
Not off the top of my head, no. I think that's a question for Ryan.
I'm surprised she wouldn't know about that.
Probably be back later.
I thought that's where they would have had their wedding night, probably. Sounds like the type of thing that she'd do. Okay.
Couple more questions.
We've got a number of things to ask him about.
And what do you know about Simon's laptop being stolen from Atlas?
I know I wasn't happy about it.
What did you do about it?
Ryan paid a con man to install a complicated CCTV system at twice the price that it would probably cost. Seemed to do the trick, though. We haven't had a theft since.
They're fond of hiring con men and prison people. Their IT guy is a prisoner, or was in a prison, and their security guy is a con man. I don't know about that.
When did Ryan begin to suffer from arthritis?
Ryan doesn't suffer from arthritis.
Really?
The only thing that Ryan suffers from is a pathetic inability to deal with any kind of discomfort. He pulled his back sometime last year. Since then, he's going around telling everybody he suffers from arthritis.
I thought he had medication for it.
Oh, he only has medication because his GP, who is almost as dysfunctional as he is, keeps prescribing it for him.
So you don't believe he really has arthritis?
Not at all.
Wow, his dad just sold him out. Just like that.
Can you tell me about the room with the mirrors at Atlas? The one with the combination lock?
How did you get in there?
I was given the code for the combination.
By Ryan?
Well, nobody else is allowed to know the code, are they?
Not in theory.
So how's the room used on the course, then?
It's a meditation room where the students can reflect on themselves, literally.
And what about the CD?
Well, that helps too. It's part of the program.
So you send the students into the room, they put the CD on, they stare into the mirrors. And how long does this last for?
Until the CD finishes or they fall asleep. What else would you like to know?
Probably most of them fall asleep. Okay, we have one more person to talk to. And then I believe we will have... Yeah, we can call the chief for that update, so let's actually do that now, and then we'll talk to James at the farm. I'm pretty sure he has nothing else to add, but I'd like to be thorough.
Yes, Chief. I made a very interesting discovery at Atlas. Ryan told me about the combination locked room there. He said that's where he kept the morphine and that nobody had access. Except I let myself in there earlier using a PIN number that I found written on the back of a card dropped by Simon.
That was a very long sentence.
Thank you, sir.
What does Thompson say about it?
Well, I haven't really questioned him properly about it yet.
So, why are you calling me? Get back to Thompson and call me back when you've got a proper question for me.
Yes, Chief. Sorry. Speak later.
Bye.
I think that the award for the best, character goes to the chief. Oops, went one too far. Let's go over to Abbey Farm.
A few more questions, please.
Oh. Okay.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Oh. Okay, so we need to, there's a contradiction. I think that should be it. We need to, we haven't asked Emma about Simon's laptop. We haven't? Oh, okay. Well, let's do that. But we also have to find a contradiction from Simon, too.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
We missed that one.
Did you know about Simon's laptop being stolen?
Yeah, because it had all my college work on it, which I hadn't backed up or saved. Not that it mattered much, but I did buy a new one. And Simon uses it now, when I let him.
Okay, that was worth it. Let's go to Simon, just to see that little smirk at the end. Okay, so we have a contradiction. And it was pretty obvious what this one was. Didn't know the combination to the mirror room, but wrote his pen on the back of the card.
Aha.
So you didn't know the combination to the locked mirror room?
No.
Except you'd written it down, hadn't you? This is the combination to the mirror room, Simon, that you wrote. It isn't a pin, it's a combination.
Yeah.
You see, this sort of thing makes me suspicious, Simon. What were you doing in there that you didn't want anyone, including me, to find out?
It's just part of the course, isn't it? I just wanted to go in there when I was ready.
On your own? You didn't give the number to anyone else?
No.
Simon, there was morphine kept in that room that might have played a part in Kate Vine's death. Did Kate have the number?
Yes, okay. We both went in.
Together?
We were trying to outdo each other. We both tried to morph it.
What do you mean trying to outdo each other?
It's part of the course. To see how far you can push yourself. To see if you could do something you wouldn't normally do.
When was this?
A few months ago.
How often did you try it?
Only that once. I never did it again.
How about Kate?
I don't know. Sorry.
So that's how Kate got the morphine. But what exactly does this testing involve? Could this have been what killed Kate? 11 o'clock. Just an hour left to solve this thing.
Oh boy. Woo boy. All right, so now we know how Kate got the morphine in her bloodstream when she died. Simon's looking more and more guilty. It's too bad. I was hoping that Big Daddy Rand would have done it, but I don't know. Big bad evil guy. So, this contradiction, 10 p.m. And in the next episode, the final episode, we will discover who is the ultimate liar and murderer and has been hiding that fact throughout the entire game. If you have enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below. And if you loved it, join the party and subscribe. I'll see you back here in the little tiny, sweet village of Edenton, where you better not ever turn your back because somebody will probably off you, kill you. Anyway, in the next episode. And as always, thank you so much for watching.